Thanks for being here, our staunch supporters of softball. We're really looking forward to the season. We've been practicing hard. We've been pretty excited about the weather. We've been outside a lot, which has afforded us the opportunity to do a lot of different things. Indoor, outdoor kind of dictates a little bit of how we prepare, so we've been excited about that. I'm really thrilled to have these two next to me. Taylor Roby, most of you, I would think all of you know, is in you're in your 5th year of playing. So excited about the abilities and the talent and also the leadership that Roby Taylor is going to bring to the table here. And then Daisy Hess is a transfer student athlete from Georgia State. And she's going to be anchoring it down at shortstop for us. She could probably play any position, but we have her at short. And I'm just really thrilled about that, thrilled about the opportunity to be here. I think, just that in my time here, going through 2 years that are COVID basically, and taking over the program and then having that, really kind of getting on level ground here, and just really excited about where the program is headed. So,
Holly, with I guess 6, 7 starters back and some newcomers, which now include transfers, like it's probably going to be each and every year from moving forward. The expectation of this season, is it any? Obviously, the expectation where you want to get is the same, but is there any different feeling going into the season?
Yeah, I think there is, Jody. I think really kind of just what I said. I think I don't want to say a new beginning, but there's definitely been some struggle in terms of coming off the COVID seasons, the change in the structure of the ACC schedule, even from a year ago, where we were still kind of working with that. And certainly not as an excuse, but just in terms of taking over a new program and kind of going through that process. So yes, not necessarily that I have a higher expectation, but I think it looks a little bit different. We feel like we're have some things more in place. Our pitching staff has a lot more depth to it. We've added some key pieces, including Daisy, and we feel like we're in a much better place to compete at the level that we're aspiring to. So yeah.
Coach, when you take a look at the general overall makeup of this team this year, you'll get asked questions like, what are some of the strengths that you have? What are some of the areas that you maybe need to get a little more experience to add? Obviously, I'm sure Taylor Roby's arm is happy that there's some help for her this year. But just talk a little bit about those strengths and things that you need to improve on.
Yeah. Well, I think one of our strengths is on the mound. We have solid depth there, obviously including Taylor and her experience, and then also what she's been able to accomplish in terms of just physical. I don't know what to call it. Her physical abilities, I guess, is what she accomplishments that she's added for us. But I think so. I was saying like experience, mental and physical. But I think that's definitely one of our strengths. I think we have a lot of young people, or like people that we have a couple people coming back from injury. So that includes Gabby Holloway coming back to our pitching staff. That includes Easton Lotus. That includes Michaela Hurst. So we have returners that didn't really play, that have some experience. But I think bringing those things together is going to become a strength. I think right now, maybe on not the weakness side, but the things that need to come together is a little bit of those things where there's people that have some experience. They've been here, but they weren't on the field. So some of bringing our transfer student athletes and Daisy anchoring at shortstop, bringing her experience together with our new people, like I said. So those things kind of coming together. I think that we're a very tight-knit group. You can ask these guys about that, but I think that our chemistry, even this early on, and like our ability to handle some of the adversities that the season is going to bring, as it always will, I think we're going to handle those things well, which should afford us opportunities to bounce back quicker and to have some more resiliency and things like that.
Taylor, can you just kind of speak to being back and being the veteran, the older one on the team, and kind of your thoughts on just being back for a 5th year?
Yeah, Yeah, no, I'm extremely excited. I'm glad Coach Holly actually gave me the opportunity to come back for my COVID year. It's bittersweet. But yeah, I'm excited with this team. The six team has so much culture throughout all my years I've been here. I feel like just every year we just build more to this team and build more to the program. And I'm just excited what this team is ready to show everybody.
Did you have to talk her into letting you come back?
No, I got the call and I was very excited when I got that call. But yeah.
What do you feel like you can bring this team as a fifth year, and not just talent wise, but leadership wise?
Yeah, I think just me having the experience overall and just showing everyone I have to talk to a lot of them because I've been here so long. Just we can get through it. Just the different experiences, because I think I'm one of the only have been to a regional with this the Louisville program, and just understanding we can get there, and just talking to them, because my little babies I just have to guide them, and I love it. So just it's exciting to have this team and exciting to build that culture with them.
Daisy, coming up here from Georgia State, obviously the first question is, why Louisville? What brought you here? What was it that you liked about the campus that made you want to be a Cardinals?
When you go in the portal, you're starting to get calls, and I immediately got a call from Louisville, right out the gate. So I felt the desire to come here just because of the conversations. I think I was on the phone with Coach Griffin for an hour and a half the first time. Coach Bryce, almost 2 hours on FaceTime. Coach Holly, and close to that, an hour and a half on phone call. So it was just, I felt the need to come here and to be able to help the program, and it just felt, had great conversations over the phone, and once I got here, I just knew this was the place that I wanted to be, that you guys take care of the athletics and the coaching staff. I can just really tell the value that they hold in their players and how they build their program.
What you got up here and got to see the campus and the surroundings? Was it looking at it and saying, yeah, this is where I want to be? This is what I expected. This looks good. Or what was your first thought impression getting up here?
Yeah, right out the gate, I remember Coach Holly and Coach Griffs. I came and picked me up from the airport, and I saw Coach Holly right out the gate and big smile on her face. I was like, hi, because you just phone call. So getting here, I just was wowed by the athletic facilities that you guys have here, as a whole, not even just softball, just in general, the way that you guys take care of all your athletic programs. And coming here was coming to a Power 5 school, I was like, wow, this is what I want. This is the real deal, because before I was coming from a mid-major where you don't really get all that much, including gear and facilities and the everyday in and out of being at a Power 5. So that was a super cool aspect for me to come here and be this is where I want to be for the next 2 years.
Daisy, what do you bring this team on the diamond?
Coming into it, I think I was nervous just because I didn't know any of the girls. So coming in, I think I eased my way into a leadership role, because I didn't want to jump right into it, because I needed to learn the girls, and I feel like getting a good connection with your teammates doesn't happen in a blink of an eye. You work to build that relationship. So I think I know everyone on this team really well, even though I've only been here for one semester so far, and I think I've earned the trust of the girls left and right next to me, and just doing the right thing. I feel like I bring in a good aspect of leadership just because of my effort that I bring every single day and the consistency that I show, and I feel like I can be a shoulder to lean on with everybody here.
And Taylor, as you've been around for several years here, who are some of the teams that you looked at on the schedule and say, oh, well, I really want to get them this year, or oh gosh, we got to go there and play them. Uh-oh.
I think our schedule actually is one of the best we've had throughout the years I've played here. I'm excited to play. We play Oklahoma for the first time I've ever been here, and they're one of the best teams in the nation, so I'm excited to have them. We play Florida State again this year to end the season. I think all the AC schools are just a good rival for us, and just how we have a chip on our shoulder with a couple of them. But I think we're excited to have that competition this year, and I think we're going to pull through a lot more than people realize.
Holly, go back to what Daisy was talking about herself. What does she bring you? What did you guys see out of her when you went into the portal looking, and you don't always know what you're going to get when you go in there. What did you see from her, and what have you gotten?
Yeah. Well, I think echoing what she said, I think right away in the rapport that we built in just conversations, and being able to kind of have flow with that and have a nice, easy conversation where felt like we were relating well. questions that we asked, and we were talking about culture a little bit, like being in line with those things, values, and just how she saw the world, how she sees the game of softball. Those things like really aligned, and I think that, what she's brought is just a really strong presence, and again, like how she said, just kind of getting a feel for what her teammates were like, and not being overly brash or trying to just say, hey, we're doing this, but kind of getting, feeling things out a little bit and being able to have that sense, and then really just earning immediate respect, I think, of us and her teammates with her work ethic, with her demeanor, with her consistency. I think consistency is huge. She shows up and she's the same person every day. Like, if you can tell if there's something off because of just the way she goes about her business, and those were things that were pretty clear right away when we spoke with her, and things that also too we had, with some people that we had contacted that knew Daisy well, that it's just the same. You get the same response from everybody that knows her well. Just what a quality individual, and that's a really big part of what we're trying to build, and what, bringing certain character traits to that you are as a person that come out on the field, that, that's part of the cultural build. So, yeah.
As you look at some of the teams in the ACC, I think you see two different types of philosophies. The one team that will come out and pound you with 5 home runs in an inning and just play power ball against you all 7 innings. And then the teams that come out and maybe get a run up, they struggle. They don't want you to get that other runs, but they get one, and you get the other run back, kind of a 1-by-1 game.
Mm-hmm.
What team have you got? A power team or a squeak-through team?
I don't know that I want to call us a squeak-through
Right.
team. I would say, these guys can answer too. I think we're somewhere in the middle. I don't think that we're definitely not built, we're not going to come out there and just home run you to death. I think we're built to do, and this is also my philosophy, Paul, like we're built to win in a variety of ways. I think we have really solid team speed. I definitely think we're built to hold a lead, not just get one, but hold it. In general, I don't feel like softball should be played 15-11, so I don't know that I'll ever build a team that looks like that, although I think we can play a game like that. I don't like what it says about the defenses and the pitching, so just philosophically, I don't know that, that's really the game we're trying to play, but I think that we can do a little bit of both, I would say.
Like Coach Holly said, I feel like we're going to win games in different aspects. I don't think we're going to come out here and be at Oklahoma. We're going to hit this home runs. You're going to win by home runs every single day. I think we're going to have to work through winning in different styles, whether that be small game, that everything that comes along with that. I think we have really good speed, and I think we have great defense, great pitching, great offense. I think everything that's going to come together, it's going to look different in every single game.
Holly, who are some other newcomers to maybe look out for?
Well, we have another transfer. Her name is Paige Garrity. She comes to us from Auburn, and she's an outfielder with a lot of speed. I think she's going to make a pretty significant contribution. I think all of our freshmen, and we're going to have a freshman behind the plate that's going to start for us, and Sarah Gordon. Definitely looking for a strong contribution from her, both anchoring, working with our pitching staff. That's one of your babies, yes. So, but a fifth-year player working with a freshman catcher, she's tutoring her in a lot of different ways and teaching her a lot of different things. So, but she should make a strong contribution. We have 2 freshman pitchers that are going to pitch a lot of innings for us, and Alyssa Zabala and Cassie Grizzard. Definitely some strong contributions there. Our other freshman, Pickle Winkler, is going to definitely see some time. We have a good nucleus of people coming back. Hannah File is going to do a lot of good things for us. It was here a year ago, but expecting big things from her. Not really a new person, but so. And then Michaela Hurst back from being injured, and Easton Lotus back from being injured, who didn't get a chance to really. Easton played half the year. Michaela didn't really get to get in there. So I think those all the people should all make a strong contribution. Yeah.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, for sure.